In April this year, the Parliament of Ghana passed the Excise Duty Amendment Bill 2022 into law with the expectation that the government would make about 400 million Ghana cedis by imposing a 20% tax on tobacco and tobacco-related products, among others. Prior to the passage of the tax law, the process faced various setbacks that can be attributed to interference from the tobacco industry. Reverend Dr. Walanyo Mensah, an economist and executive director of Center for Greater Impact Africa, told GhanaNewsOnline.com.gh in an exclusive interview that industry has a right to oppose these taxes because it causes astronomical increase in production costs of these products, leading to redundancy at many of the companies.
I believe that they get their raw materials and from other sources, and if the prices of raw materials increase pursuant to government imposing taxes, and definitely is going to increase their unit cost and cost of running business and cost of production, and that may really affect their businesses, and so businesses are likely to experience redundancy, and also most people are going to use their profits in settlements of debts, which invariably is going to affect their investment and business portfolio. So definitely, in order to protect these infant industries, I believe these industries are opposing these new taxes, which is their right to do so.
It is believed that Dr. Walanyo's center was one of the organizations that fronted for the tobacco industry in its move to delay the passage of the bill. We can reference a letter of invitation from the same economist and Center for Greater Impact Africa to some journalists in the country seeking to raise an army of journalists against the excise duty tax. Some members of parliament, even though refused to be put on record, admitted to us in private conversations that various organizations and individuals tried various interventions to hinder the passage of the tax measure. According to our sources, these institutions did not use money. However, they were strong in their moves to talk individuals MPs to see the law as a retrogression and unnecessary. The good news is that despite all the stubborn attempts, the law got passed nonetheless. One concern that has come up, however, is about how impactful has the 20% increment in tobacco-related products been on the lives of heavy smokers in the country. Ghana News Online's investigation team visited the Redco ghetto around Medina in Accra to find out. The team met Jay and his friends, who insisted that they have heard of the increment. However, their prices of the products still remain the same on the market, with a packet of king-size cigarettes still at 35 cedis and a stick of cigarettes still selling at 1 cedi 50 pesos.
Full pack 35 cedis. That's why we buy. They don't increase them, so you don't know say whether they put any money for it. Sometimes, some spirits, everybody pass what is good. You want to spirit to the work class, sometimes they like inside, sometimes they give us it's a good luck. It's not like you smoke them because you're smoking because you love to smoke it, but because of sometimes we are into spiritual issues or matters. So sometimes we take it for our own.
They admitted that should the prices move to 2 cedis per stick and 40 cedis per pack, they would be left with no option than to quit smoking because affordability would surely be an issue. They said they are much aware of the negative impacts of cigarettes on their bodies, but the addiction won't let them quit easily. They are even ready to move into smoking weed should that be the only affordable measure.
So babies are definitely going to stop because this one here, just to make use of something. If you go where this is that is going not to afford the youth, if you hold this one, then they can say it's the amount because of the smoke going about.
Some Ghanaians who spoke to this portal insisted that increasing prices on tobacco products is a laudable step to rake in government's revenue and also deters smokers from continuing with the habits.
It's a good step because when the government puts more tax on the tobacco and cigarettes products, it becomes expensive. Would be forced to limit it because you have not eaten, you've not even gotten money to eat. How would you get money to buy a stick of cigarettes for 10 cedis? It would drastically reduce the usage and consumption of the products.
Of how much we all know the benefit of taxes, it goes a long way in improving the developmental conditions of our generations. And putting taxes on tobacco and cigarettes is not an exception. In itself is not good. It goes a long way to negatively affecting your health. And then people make a choice of engaging into it. Fine, it's their own business, but the government taxes there, I think it should be applied. And after the application, if they want to still engage into it, it's their own personal decision. Yeah, so I support the government.
So to me, I think it's a good idea, at least, to help bring down the intake of tobacco in the country, because as of now, there's a high intake amongst the youth using tobacco, and if nothing is done to bring down, it's only going to get worse. So I think increasing taxes on tobacco products is not just the only way to bring down the use of tobacco products, but I think it's a laudable initiative by the government to at least help bring down the usage. So to me, I think I agree with the government on that aspect.
Our investigations reveal that the excise duty tax faced and continues to face many hurdles from industry. We are therefore recommending the formation of an army of journalists to help promote the works of advocates against tobacco in the country.